Hello beautiful ladies, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be showing you a full face of Wet n Wild first impressions. I really love Wet n Wild as a brand. It's one of my favorites. Everything is great quality and it's not expensive at all, so I was really excited to try all of the products I put on my face today, and I think that most of them are going to end up in my normal routine now. So go ahead and subscribe to my blog, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment down below. What would you like to see a full face of impressions of next? Is there any other video that you're like dying to see me try? What are your favorite brands and what are your favorite products from Wet n Wild? Because I'll go out and try them myself. I would love to know. I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's get started. So we're gonna start with the face primer, Dewy Face Primer. Dewy Lumineux. I can speak French. That's what happens when you study opera for 7 years. So we're gonna test this out. Oh goodness. This is different than I expected. But you can see on the back of my hand that it is skin colored with, it looks like some shimmer in it. So I'm just gonna put this all over the face. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a little bit tacky, which is a good thing because that means that your foundation will stick to it. Okay, well I liked that. I feel like I might even put on a little bit more. So the next thing I'm gonna go in with is the stick foundation, the Photo Focus Stick Foundation. I haven't tried their original Photo Focus foundation, but I've heard that it's really good, so I wanted to try the stick foundation and see what I thought. I've never even used a stick foundation before. Heard good things about them. They kind of scare me because I tend to apply my foundation with a sponge, and I don't think that these really spread well on the face with a sponge. Giving me pretty good coverage, and the finish seems to be like natural leaning dewy. Well, I feel like from far away this looks pretty nice. From close up, I still like it, but it felt oily going on my face, and as somebody who has comedogenic skin, which means that I will break out if I use stuff that has the wrong ingredients, it makes me a little nervous. So we'll see whether or not I end up breaking out from it. But just from first application, it's pretty nice. I think you can kind of see it on the skin. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll just take my sponge after blending in any foundation that I've done with a brush, and I'll just kind of like go over everything just to give it a little bit more of a natural finish, because that brush will pick up the sponge will pick up any extra foundation that's kind of been left on the skin and just smooth anything out that might look streaky. Yeah, that helped a little bit. I think there also might be something about that primer, funnily enough. I think the primer might have been a little bit too oily, and so when I put the foundation on top of it, then it becomes a little bit harder to keep on the skin and it starts to move around too much. So the next thing I'm gonna do is my concealer. I got the Photo Focus Concealer Corrector. I got it in the shade Fair Beige, probably the latest one they have. Given that that's my skin tone. So it looks like this, and I'm just gonna apply this under the eyes and on any blemishes I have, and right in the center of the face, just to bring light to the center of the face. Right off the bat, I do not like that concealer blended out with a brush. It does not do well. It picked up all of the foundation that was underneath it. So I'm gonna go wet this little sponge and see if I can make this work a little bit better. It's crazy how much difference a sponge can make, your tools can make. It really depends on the person what works best for them. This wet sponge has made a huge difference, and that's crazy. Now I'm gonna go in with the dual-ended contour stick, which has a highlight side and a contour side. And I'm gonna see how this works. Wow, I loved that contour stick because let me tell you, it is hard to make a cream contour that really works well. When you're doing a cream contour, you want it to be creamy enough that you can blend it out with a brush or a sponge, but not so creamy that it just ends up all over your face. This does that. It stayed where I put it, but also was easy to blend out, which is really hard to accomplish, and for it to be, I don't remember how much, but not very expensive, that's amazing. I will say, a really good technique when you're applying cream contour is that a lot of the time that can look really heavy on your face because you just put it directly on top of your foundation. So the best way to blend that out and make it look lighter is to take your foundation brush that already has some foundation on it and just kind of go over what you've already done, and it'll lighten up what you've added to the face. You can also do this with a damp sponge that has some foundation on it. You can do it with your concealer brush or your concealer sponge. Really anything that has a little bit of light left in it, it'll just lighten up what you've worked on so that it doesn't look like it's too heavy. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set my whole face. It's a pretty smooth powder, I like that. It doesn't actually leave a powdery finish to your face. Doesn't really look like you have any powder on at all, which, that's nice. I'm gonna continue with a powder bronzer. This is Sunset Striptease, Wet n Wild. Getting sexy with the names. And I'm just gonna put this over the face. I've already done my contour, so I don't have to be so specific with where I put this. I don't have to be like right in the cheekbones. I'm gonna just do it a little bit more messy, just to bring some color to the face. I like that a lot. I think it's really pretty and natural. It is not too warm and it's not too cool. It's just right, as Goldilocks would say. Now I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush in Pearlescent Pink, and I'm gonna put this right on the cheeks. That is so pretty and fresh. I love that color. It has this little pretty sheen, but it's like really natural. Now here's a step I'm very excited about. This is the Wet n Wild Loose Highlighting Powder in I'm So Lit, and it looks gorgeous. Look at this, look at the color. Let's see if I can swatch it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like very wet looking, which looks very pretty. So I'm gonna try putting this on my cheekbones. Whoo, jeez. Oh my goodness, this is very heavy. Okay, that was my fault, but I'm not mad about it. Oh yeah! This probably makes me happier than it should, but it makes me really happy, so I'm not gonna be upset about that. I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose. That's so pretty. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. I love it. You guys. Alrighty, so we're done with the face, and we're doing good, so we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna do my brows. I got this retractable brow pencil in medium brown. Let's be honest, I probably need dark brown, but this is the darkest that they come in, so we're gonna just work with it. It has a retractable brow pencil on one side, and it's in this shape. And then they also have a spoolie on the other side. So let's go ahead and try this out. This is incredibly natural. Like, you can't really tell that I put anything in my brows, but you can see the difference. One is more defined, and I can add a little bit of length to the end here, and the other one has a little bit less shape. This is not an expensive brow pencil, and people spend a lot of money on brow products. I know people spend like $25 on Anastasia brow products. I don't really know that much about brow products, so I'm not gonna like judge them, but this seems pretty good for the price. You guys, I'm inspired. I love this. So, the next thing we're gonna work on is eyeshadow. And the first thing I need to do is take my finger and blend out this concealer. So the new product that I got is this Liquid Catsuit Shimmer Liquid Eyeshadow in Cashmere Love. I already own Rosé in the Air and I've used it before and I really like it. I think it's a really good eyeshadow palette and it's not expensive, which is awesome. And I think what we're gonna do is we're going to start off by putting just in a couple transition shades just to like put something on the lid before we go in with this, and then we'll put this in all over the lid. So I'm going in with this shade here, up here, that's called, it just says transition on it. I gotta say guys, this concealer's kind of killing me. I don't have dry patches on my lid and it makes it look like I have dry patches all over my eyelid. So that's not great. Okay, so we're just gonna go in with this shimmer eyeshadow and see what we think. Wow, that is so pretty. And these remind me so much of the Stila Magnificent Metal eyeshadows, but for like, what? A quarter of the price? A third? I'm not 100% sure, but it is, these are awesome. I wonder if I can layer. Let's see. You totally can, and you can build up the coverage. That's awesome. Next step, we're going to go in with this eyeliner, which could ruin the whole look if it is terrible. Yeah, I don't think that's bad at all. Let's go in with the mascara. So I'm gonna be using the Mega Protein mascara. I have a lot of lengthening mascaras and volumizing mascaras, but I figured it would be good for me to have something that is actually good for my lashes. So I'm going to go ahead and try this out. So here's what I'll say about the mascara. I don't mind if a healthy, revitalizing mascara doesn't give me huge volume, huge length. I'd rather have it be something that's good for my lashes than something that looks really dramatic. So this is gonna be a very natural mascara and I'm okay with that. If you don't like natural mascaras, then you will not like this. Now we're gonna go in with this gel lip liner. This is in the shade Bear to Comment. I like that a lot. I think it's a really nice consistency and I enjoyed using it. So now I'm gonna put on this Liquid Catsuit High Shine lipstick, and this is in the shade Cedar Later. So this is not a long-lasting lipstick, but this is something that feels really nice on the lips. Like your lips just feel moisturized and I love that. I think this is a really pretty color too, and I think it would flatter a lot of skin tones. Last but not least, we're going to go in with the Coconut 3-in-1 Primer Water. I wanted to get the coconut scent. Oh my gosh, if you light a coconut candle, I will be in heaven. I love it. So let's go ahead and try this. I'm gonna shake it. Let's just check the spray first. It's a good thing I did that because it kind of spat at me. Let's try one more time. The spray was pretty good. Overall thoughts, Wet n Wild is an awesome brand. Try it. Like, it is cheap and the quality of the product is awesome. So the only things I would say be a little wary of are the primer. I don't know how that affected the foundation because the foundation feels a little heavy on my skin and I don't think that is the foundation's fault. I think that is the primer's fault. So try the foundation, maybe skip the primer. The next thing I'll say that I just did not like, I said it a few times, is the concealer. Did not enjoy it. Don't try it. Like, it isn't good. It just clings to all of these weird things on your skin that normally you wouldn't have an issue with. So just go ahead and skip that. I really liked everything that I tried. I thought everything was fantastic. I think they'll probably be in my normal routine now. And I look forward to kind of playing with them more and seeing more about how everything lasts. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.